I hope you're having a great day. I wanted to have a little chat today, and these guys decided that they also wanted to have a little chat today. Say hi, y'all. Say hi. I usually don't film in the family room for this reason, because they just can't leave me alone. Right. They're so sweet though, and such loving dogs. I'm telling y'all, if you want a breed that just loves people, get one of these. So I wanted to talk to you about married life, raising children, all of the wonderful things. So this is going to be a short, honest overview of what to expect when you get married and when you become a mother. Your life will completely change. I mean, completely. It'll completely change. You will have to give of yourself in ways that you never thought that you would, you never anticipated that you would. You are no longer one person when you become married. You are a couple. You have to share everything. You share your life, you share your space, you share everything. Sometimes it can become overwhelming, and your style of cleanliness and your way of doing things may not be the way that your husband's is, and you will clash. There is so much adjustment to getting used to the style in which people live and just them in general. Knowing somebody and knowing them for a long time, even if you've been dating for a year, 2 years, if you're not living together, which ideally you should not be until you're married, you don't really know that person. You get an idea, you kind of think you know that person, but until you're living together actively every single day of your life, you don't know that person. So be prepared to just have your world turned upside down, because that's what's going to happen. You are going to have to go through a whole new adjustment phase, not just relationship, but now it's a completely new beast. So just be prepared for that. Also, if you are going to be a stay-at-home parent, so much is going to be put on you that is just unexpected. Like, you might think you kind of know, but you don't. The whole house is your responsibility. Every single thing. Down to whether your partner has toothpaste or not. You are the decider of what brand of soap to use, what kind of washcloths, whether you're going to use a washcloth or one of them little loofah thingies. It's just the decisions about just like the mundane things in life are going to be all yours. The children, everything about these children is going to be your responsibility. You're going to always know what size clothes they wear. You're going to know what they need, what they have too much of. You're going to know everything. And your husband may not. Some men are better at this than others, but I think it's safe to say about 90% of them have no idea what size their child wears or what size shoe they wear. And that's okay. You have to think of it as like a give. So yes, your responsibility may be the house and maybe the children, because you are the stay-at-home mother. His responsibility would be to provide for the household. to fix things that are broken, to take care of vehicles when vehicles need serviced, to go take them and put gas in them, to just do little things that you don't want to do because that'll just be too much on your plate. So then your husband can go do those things. But you have to remember that so that you don't become resentful, because if you're so wrapped up in what you're doing and what he's not doing, but you forget all of the things that he's actually doing, you're doing your marriage a disservice. You have to think about the things that he does do, because if you don't, it is going to cause a lot of issues and you're going to end up resenting your partner. Even if you're not a stay-at-home mom, 95% of women, I would say, are nurturers. So you're still going to take on these roles. It's going to be in your God-given nature to be the nurturer for your children and for the family. And you're going to be the one that takes care of things, takes care of them. So you're still, every single night, going to be the one who decides what everyone is eating, and you're going to cook it. You are going to be the one that buys the dish detergent, that buys the laundry detergent. Every little detail of the household is going to be your responsibility. Now, this may not be for everybody. Some people do these things 50-50, especially if both people work. But for my experience in all of the women I know, it is this way. I personally don't know anyone who does everything 50-50. There's always different things that each person takes care of. But just understand that it's not going to be what you expect. And this world paints this picture for us as young people that love is a fairy tale. Family is a fairy tale. You're going to meet Prince Charming and fall in love and everything's going to be happily ever after. And that's not true. It's not. It's going to be hard. It's going to be work. It is not going to be happily ever after. Look at me. Look at me. It's not going to be happily ever after. It is going to be happily if you work on it. That's how it's going to be. We live in a stressful time. We are all too busy. We are overproductive. We do too much. And we do this to our children. We put them in school all day, and then we put them in sports or music or something that takes up their whole evening. They're gone all day. The whole evening's taken up. Parents work all day and take their kids to do all these things, and then time at home as a family is minute. There's just so much stress, and I mean, it is a toxic, productive culture that we live in. You have to be busy. You have to be doing things. If you're not, then you're worthless, right? I mean, let's be honest. That is the world that we live in. At least over here in America, that's the world we live in. I can't speak for other countries because I don't know. But I feel like it makes it so that being away from home, being away from family, that is what you're supposed to do. And it puts stress on you, puts stress on your marriage, puts stress on your kids, and you have to work extra hard on it. So don't go into marriage or parenthood thinking that it's all sunshine and rainbows. It's not. It's hard, it's ugly, it's dirty, and that is the truth. That is the honest truth. Raising kids, Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. It's rewarding. It also is really hard and draining, and so many times I hid in my bathroom and cried, or hid in the closet and cried so that the kids wouldn't see me, because it's hard. It's hard. It's so hard being a wife and a mother, and sometimes you just gotta go and hide and cry. And that's the reality of it. And when you get older and you get in those places, and then you make other mom friends, and you realize you're not the only one who goes and hides in the closet or in the bathroom to cry, you're like, oh, thank goodness that I am not the only one who struggles this hard. So don't worry, you're not the only one that struggles that hard. I just want to be brutally honest with you. You're gonna sit in a quiet place in your home and cry. Oh my gosh, and then when you get to the teenage stage, woo! And my first two were really close together. I had two teenagers at the same time. That was rough. I think I hid and cried more during that time than I did when I had two toddlers at the same time. Each stage is difficult. Each stage costs money. Kids are expensive. Family's expensive. It's stressful. It's hard. But one day, you can look back and you can be like, man, I made it through. And when I talk to younger mothers, and there's a particular younger woman at church who wanted to go to lunch with me and was asking me questions about marriage and children and all of this, because she got married fairly young, not as young as me and my husband did, but like she thought that I had knowledge or insight onto these things. And like, I was like, to be honest, we're all here and we survived. And that's what I can say, because it's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that it's easy, or there's some kind of formula that you can use that's just gonna make life easy for you, because it's not. People struggle, people fight, they argue, they make up. You know, you have to choose to fight for your family, and you need God. You need God in that family. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to be honest and let y'all know what you're getting into. But it is also the greatest joy in life. So when people say that, that's true also. It is just hard. And nothing good comes easy, right? If it was easy, there wouldn't be a journey. There wouldn't be an experience. So that is something to cherish and hold on to. My husband and I have been married for 25 years. We have 3 children. We started out very young. We struggled, we fought, we climbed mountains till our hands were bloody to get to where we are today. And it is our struggle and it is our life that we built together. These are our children. We raised them. We stayed together through everything. We have a house that was hard to come by because we struggled to get here, to get this house. You know, but it's a blessing because of the struggle to get to where we are, so that we have our own home and we have children, and we've been married for 25 plus years. So that is something to be proud of, and God willing, we got here. So it's hard, but it's your story. And if God is the center of it, it makes it so much better, and it can be even stronger, because when we did not have God in it, it was way harder. But when we made God the center of our family, or when God allowed us to do that, it became different. So if you don't have God in your family and in your marriage, please, please pray that God opens up your heart and that he comes in, because we can't make that decision solely by ourselves. God has to give that to us. There's a time and a place and circumstances in which God will come. Be open to it. It is the most important thing in your entire life. And I love you guys. I'm so glad that you're here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so that we can help each other grow in our faith and our walk with God and this walk in life, because we need to band together. We need to be people that come together and support each other and give the ugly, honest truth about life, but also don't forget how rewarding it is. I love you guys so much. I hope to see you next time. Bye, y'all. I'm forever